So welcome everyone to this week's Region Power call, sorry. I hope yous are all going really well. I'm excited to bring you guys some cool information tonight. It's a bit different to what we normally train on. It's a bit of stuff that I've been searching and come across and thought that it really helped me in my business. So I wanted to share it with you guys to help you in your business as well. So having said that, I will get straight into it. I've been listening a lot to Peter Voogd, and you guys have all heard his name 1,000 times over. He's the author of Think and Grow Rich. I'm on to a good start tonight. He is the author of 6 Months to Six Figures, and amazing book. So if you haven't heard that or read that, get your hands on it. But he says in there that success is all about your habits, your daily habits. You know, we focus so much on many, many different areas at once, and we can quite easily complicate this business. But honestly, if you can control your habits and discipline yourself to create some good habits, success comes so much faster. It is the key to building momentum and to building consistency in your business, is to create these good habits. And the thing is that they're actually not hard to create. They're really not. It's just a disciplined thing, and they're really easy not to create. So it's something that doesn't take much of your day. It doesn't take long, but it also is very, very easy to just bypass it and not see its value. And because they're things that I guess if they weren't recommended to us by people who are so successful, we would never think that they could contribute that much to our success. So we bypass them. But the biggest light bulb moment that you will have on your Arbonne journey is when you realize how important these things are to your success. When you realize that and do these no matter what and really start implementing good habits, success starts to come in through your front door like a steam train, and it blows your mind. And you literally say to yourself, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this ages ago? My leaders have been telling me to make these good habits and I should have implemented them, and now I know exactly what they mean. So I want to tell you guys tonight my top 5 habits that I think are really great to start implementing. And they say it takes 66 days to make a habit, to hardwire your brain so that you cannot not do that anymore. You just as a habit. So if you can commit yourself, like write these down as I talk tonight, and commit yourself to 66 days of doing these habits and see what your business looks like in 66 days. I promise you, you will be blown away by it. So habit number one is to learn to say no to distractions every single time. Successful people have the same list of tasks. The difference is they make time to get it done with no excuses. They may not enjoy it, but it's irrelevant. All that matters is it gets done. Do you know how many times we get distracted a day? Oh, I should have wrote down the exact number. It's insane. It's hours and hours a day that we're distracted by a little phone call, by a notification. Your Facebook ting, such and such commented on your picture. So you look at that, and now you're scrolling on Facebook. Now you've been on your phone for 20 minutes. These little distractions and things like that we welcome into our lives. So learn to be very disciplined with distractions and to say no to them. Okay, the second one is read something new every day. Whatever field you're in, you have to learn before you earn. Learn your product, customers, and competition, and then keep learning. There's always something to learn. The future belongs to the relentless learners. And I love Tony Robbins' constant and never ending improvement is his saying, CANI, constant and never ending improvement. Is his motto to huge success. Number 3, flaunt your failures. I put a lot of thought into this one because it was something that took me quite a long time to get my head around, and coming from talking personally from my journey, I really struggled with my failures. And when I would go and do a presentation and it didn't go the way I wanted, or whatever it was that made me fail, I would think that I probably shouldn't be doing this because I just keep on failing. So something's obviously wrong with me. But I've been really listening to Brené Brown lately. If you guys haven't heard of her, she's phenomenal. She does TED Talks, very good for women. She talks about vulnerability and key different ways to happiness and things. So many things outside your Arbonne business that will just help you flourish as a person. But she's fantastic, and I love how she talks about if you put yourself out there for success, you're going to get your butt kicked. It's inevitable. Very, very successful people have failed hundreds and thousands of times. So I'm going to write down what I typed up. I'll read out what I typed up because it makes a lot more sense than me rambling. Fail as many times as you can. To many people, failure is seen as a sign that they should give up. Unfortunately, these people don't generally make it very far. You know, you see people who do something so good for so long and then they give up and they're on to something else, and they give up and they're on to something else, and they give up and they're on to something else because they see failure as a sign that they need to stop now, that they're not, that this is as far as they can take it and they're not good enough to take it any further, which is just completely not true. It's so not true. The difference that sets apart the ability, what sets successful people apart is the ability to get back up and give it another go differently. So they say the definition of insanity is when you do the same things over and over and over again and just expect a different result. So when we fail, we need to work out why we're failing, get back up and try it again differently. What different edge are we going to put on it? So in Arbonne, obviously, in our business, that's where you would contact your upline, run over exactly what you did and why, to see why you didn't get the outcome that you wanted from that experience, from whatever happened, you know, and find what's going on there. Expect to fail and see it in your journey. I was thinking the other day, Brock was just playing up so much, and I had him in the crib and I'm rocking the crib back and forth and he's crying in the crib and I'm putting him on my shoulder and he's still crying and trying to work it out. And I'm like, I just fed you. You cannot be hungry. What is it? And walking the floors trying to work it out. And then, 5 to 10 minutes later, he fell asleep and it was all good. And I thought to myself, when you're pregnant, you expect that. You know when you get a baby that them nights are going to happen. You hear it all the time that there's going to be nights that you don't know what's going on. If no one prepared you for that and you just thought you were going to get this baby and it was going to be perfect and there wasn't going to be a single moment of tears, when the baby cried, you'd think, oh my gosh, I'm failing. I'm failing as a mum. I can't do this. I can't stop the baby from crying, which, I suppose some mums do. But I'm so prepared for that that's what babies do, that it doesn't enter my mind for a second that I'm failing as a mum. I just know that this is the course. And it's the same in our business. Does that make sense? Probably a total crazy analogy, but it made sense to me when I was up in the middle of the night. But really see in your journey that there's going to be times that you do things and you don't get the results that you want, and that is a massive seed for learning, and that everybody goes through it, that you're not the only one that goes through that. I love this saying from Hugh Prather. I read in a book the other day and I wrote it down. I wanted to read it to you guys tonight because I thought it was so awesome. He said, I sometimes react to making a mistake as if I have betrayed myself. My fear of making a mistake seems to be based on the hidden assumption that I am potentially perfect and that if I just be very careful, I will not fall far from heaven. But a mistake is a declaration of the way I am, a jolt to the way I intend, a reminder that I am not dealing with facts. When I have listened to my mistakes, I have grown. That really spoke to me. I thought, oh my gosh, that's so me. When I make a mistake, I really take it personally, like I offend myself in my mistake that I've done that. Does that make sense? Does anybody else feel like that sometimes? Sort of, yeah. So also quiet. I'll just keep moving on. Okay, what am I up to? So I've written down some quotes, a couple of quotes on failing that I wanted to share with you guys before I move on to the next habit. And these are from John C. Maxwell. Number 1, it doesn't matter how much milk you spill as long as you don't lose your cow. I love that. Take a moment to just sink that in for a second. I've lost my cow a few times and had to go chasing it and getting it back. Hold on to your cow. You can spill as much milk, but just don't lose the part that makes it. Okay, the quality that distinguishes a successful person from an unsuccessful one who is otherwise like him is the capacity to manage disappointment and loss. One doesn't get more than the other. One just knows how to manage it better, knows how to learn and grow from it instead of taking it so personally and letting them eat it up that they won't move forward any further. This one, I love this one. What makes matters worse is when we compare ourselves with others, because we rarely do this on a fair playing field. We either compare our best, including our good intentions, to someone else's worst, or we compare our worst to someone else's best. This can lead to a negative circle of self-talk, but there is something you need to know, something very important. The most important person you talk to is yourself. So be very careful what you say. How brilliant is that? It wasn't curiosity that killed the cat, it was comparison. And the last one, the only real tragedy comes when we suffer without learning. So that's a few things. So flaunt your failures. Be proud of them. You're putting yourself in the arena, but you should be so proud of that. And as women, I think we're exceptionally bad in beating ourselves up and the self-talk and taking away from us the recognition that we deserve from ourselves, because we highlight our failures and just push to the side the things that we've done well and just don't even really acknowledge it. But so many people are laying on the couch right now watching a movie with no intentions to grow a business or to move forward or to do anything. And you guys have been working and are tired and have children and have ran a busy house to get your babies into bed at time so you can jump on tonight's call, running a school and manage to get home in time and sit up and do this even though you know you've got miles of paperwork to do after it. Like what you're on here doing right now, you should be very, very proud of. You know what I mean? Okay, the last one, another one, is to get up early. You guys all probably do this. I know a lot of your faces that I'm looking at would do this because we have alarm clocks that get us up early. But getting up early is something that it's just like a sacred time that empowers us so much. So you guys have all heard of Robin Sharma. He's the author of the book The Leader with No Title. And he said it's so important to win the battle of the bed, the mind over the mattress. So why? He who sweats more in training bleeds less in war, which is so true. Pretty deep quote. I had to think about it for a second before I got it, but I have baby brain. So the more we train, obviously, the better our results are going to be, the less it's going to hurt in the arena. So the first reason to get up early is you need to train. You need to prepare yourself. You need that advantage on the world that you're getting prepared. The second reason, science shows between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. you have the most willpower, mental focus, and energy. If you use these 3 hours well, you will get more done in a day than most people do in a month. Your fitness and mindset will be world class. Have faith in that. I remember when I first started my Arbonne business and, you know, our leaders would say, if you do this, it will work and you'll become this. And I was like, okay, I had so much faith that that's just what I did. And I did it thinking they said that this would make me an RVP. So it's going to. I didn't doubt that. Does that make sense? I started to doubt later on, and, you know, that's something that I then had to overcome. But in the beginning, when I was like ignorance on fire, if they said it, I just did it. And having that sense of faith that if you implement these things into your life and if you learn and if you do this, that you're going to get the outcome you want is so crucial in your journey, to just believe that that's where it's going to take you with unwavering faith. Okay, where am I up to? Because that was not in my notes. Third reason, the rest of the world is asleep. This gives us an enormous psychological edge, mental focus, strength, and makes you brave. Have anyone in here been up at 5? Like, you know, the time that you get up early between 5 and 8 is up to you. Robin suggests 5 a.m. Not everyone obviously can do 5 a.m. It's up to you. I know my sister does a 7 a.m. club. She is a shocking, I don't know if she's on, she probably is somewhere. She sleeps in, used to always sleep in, and now she's made it a habit to get up at 7 a.m. every day. So she'll break that down, but she just couldn't comprehend going to 5 a.m. It just didn't even register with her. It was like, no way. But she started at 7 and started to do this then. So pick your time and work your way down, or, you know, whatever it is. But for any of you guys that have got up at 5, and utilize that time, how empowered did you feel that day? You know, that psychological edge is so true, isn't it? Like when you're running, you just feel unstoppable at that time in the morning with the crisp air, and, you know, you feel so, the clarity is so fantastic. You feel so focused, and opposed to rolling out of bed, running around like a headless chook because now you've got no time, and, you know, you're behind the clock and you're not feeling on top of anything. You're starting to feel like a failure and you haven't even left the front door yet. So how you can imagine how the rest of the day is going to go. So tips to help get out of bed. It's all about the habit. So as I said before, it takes 66 days to install new hardware into the brain. So try to implement this for 66 days to get its full effect, and then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about and why I'm so passionate about it. Getting up at the exact same time every day is a science thing that helps the body. So instead of 5:05, 5:10, 5:15, 5 or whatever, the same exact time, May 14. Oh, awesome. I'll write that down. We'll have an accountability call at May 14th to see how everyone went with the habits. But another one I'm doing is biting nails. That's one I really want to kick. Anyway, what am I up to? Yeah, getting up at the same time every single day. Robin Sharma does a 20-20-20 rule where he does 20 minutes of exercise. He said it's an absolute game changer. It's the first thing he does. So he either runs on the spot or skips on the spot. It releases serotonin, which makes him very, very happy. Makes everyone happy. It's a fact. And then he does 20 minutes of reviewing, planning daily schedules, goals, etc., for his focus and inspiration. And then 20 minutes of reading and learning. So reading, eye design, audios, etc., what you want to do there. The world belongs to the relentless learners. As you learn more, you can become more. To double your income, you need to triple your rate of learning. Or as Nicole Barrett uses the morning miracle there. So if you don't have an hour, you struggle for that and it's something you want to lead up to, but it's a bit daunting to start there. You might be someone who needs to just set your alarm clock an hour before you get up now to bring these things in, and then do your morning miracle there instead, which is like 6 to 10 minutes, I think, where you do 1 minute of silence, where you just sit and concentrate on your breathing and just relax your body and prepare yourself for the day. 1 minute of affirmations. 1 minute of visualization, 1 minute of journaling. So you would journal about what you're grateful for, what you're excited for, what you're proud of, what you're committed to, things like that, things that make you feel good when you write them down. Number 5 is reading, and number 6 is moving, a minute of each. So a minute of reading, which is like 1 page. A minute of moving, which is like run on the spot for a minute, just to start your day. They call it the morning miracle because that 6 minutes will change the course of your whole entire day. It is. It's all there ready for you to know and learn. Another tip is to plan to rise on your schedule. When you write things down, you deepen your commitment. The things that you get scheduled get done, which is so true. I think we all know that. The things that you write down are the things that get done. There's power in the pen. Write it down. How to get good sleep, a couple quick tips. Don't use technology before you go to bed. Computers, phones, TVs, etc. Don't bring them into the bedroom. To get results only 5% of the population get, you have to have the guts to do what only 5% of the population do. You know how you see people who just seem to have amazing sleep and get up and do all these things and we think, oh, they're so lucky they can do that. It's not luck. I'm telling you now, if you sat down with them, I bet you they do a lot of these things that create their body and their mind that can do that so well and so easily and so effectively. They're the 5%ers. Put your alarm clock in another room or away from your bed if you can, so that you have to actually get up to stop it from going off. That is something that will really, really help you. And I remember when I was doing the 5 a.m. club, I obviously haven't done it since I've had Brock. It's a bit tricky, but I used to sleep in my activewear. I used to sleep in my pants and my shirt. I did it for a couple of weeks because I would put my alarm clock not in another room because I didn't want to risk it waking up my children. That was not worth it. But I would put it just on my bookcase across from me, so I had to get up. And I'd get up and have my joggers there and I was already in my stuff. So I'd just put my shoes on and run and go straight out the front door and go for a quick run. And it made me feel so good. It worked for me. So you just have to do whatever works for you. Set yourself up so that you've got something that works. I was clean, I had a shower and just put my sports stuff on. It's quite comfortable to sleep in. Holds everything up. Okay. Make every minute of your day matter. This is habit number 5, sorry. Understand the power of now. We have exactly 1,440 minutes between now and this time tomorrow. 1% of that is 15 minutes. A block of time small enough to make room for and big enough to get something significant done. My most important tip to get more done is to always be ready. When you are ready, you have what you need when you need it. So when found time comes up, you can use it productively. So found time is like someone's running late to see you by 15 minutes. So you've got this 15-minute pocket of time. You might be going in for a meeting and someone's not there yet, so you got a bit of time, or whatever it is. You know, them little pockets of time that come up throughout the day where you're waiting for the kids at school pickup or whatever it might be. So examples of how you can be prepared is if you see articles and things that you want to read, rip them out, put them in your bag. Or I know I save links and I message them to Jared, which probably drives him crazy, but I message them to Jared because I want to read it. I just can't read it at that point. And then when I get somewhere where I can, I just go into my messages into Facebook and click on the link in there, and they're all saved in there so that I can read them then. Have your PCs and consultants saved in your phone with details about them. So in my favorites, I have my personally sponsored consultants and a bit of information on what's going on. I know most of the information, or actually I know all of the information about you guys, but I have yous in there so I can access yous easily and quickly if I need to give you guys a call. And my preferred clients, have them with a bit of information about them. So I know Kelly's got an asterisk and a PC and then the name. And then she's got a little bit of information about them in the information box at the bottom, and has them all saved in her phone. So when she types in PC, up come all her PCs. So if she's got 15 minutes, she'll just press in PC and just give one of them a quick ring. Oh, yeah, ordered RE9 set and foundation. Give them a quick call. Just doing to check on your RE9 set and foundation and how that's going. So be prepared for them things. If you need to go to your web stats and find them and try to remember, that's a big thing. It's going to take you 15 minutes to do that. You're never ever going to do it. So be prepared to handle them situations and really utilize your time. Carry your lists around, you know, your prospecting lists and your chicken lists and things like that. Carry them with you so that you can pull them out and look at them and access it when you need, when you've got that 10-minute window. You know, a lot of phone calls we procrastinate on, like calling our preferred clients and calling our friend and asking her for the favor to have a presentation for us. We procrastinate on that so much, and at the end of the day, it's a 5-minute phone call. Not even sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't even take that long. And then you get it done and you have all this energy and think, why have I procrastinated on that for so long? So have them there and notice yourself when you start to make every minute matter, how much you get done. Have the books everywhere, all over your house. I say that all the time. You guys have heard that. Books in the toilets, books on, if you look around my house, I have books on every corner. They're on my desk, they're on my bookcase there, they're in I've got 3 toilets in the house and there's a book in every single one of them. So, because even just one page instead of a Facebook scroll keeps me motivated, and it keeps me energetic, and it keeps me loving what I do. When I start to pull away from that, Arbonne becomes, I should do that. I should get tonight's call ready. I should jump on the webinar tonight. I should ask that lady to have a presentation for me. I should follow up with that PC. When I stay engaged in my personal development and reading and utilizing my time, I can see the results of everything happening and the momentum. I want to do that. And your business comes from a whole new angle when you want to do these things. When I get 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, here's 5 minutes I can call my PC. I want to do that. I want to see the results that come from that because my business is moving and I love watching that. Okay, what am I up to now? Most people use their found time to check emails and Facebook. It might seem productive, but don't always get you forward on your long-term goal. So yeah, that's it for the habits that I wanted to share with you guys tonight. I wanted to touch base real quick with you guys on something that I spoke with Cass about. So I wasn't planning on talking about this tonight, but it was so awesome and I love it. She held me accountable for a couple of things today, and I want to put the option to you guys to do the same thing. So you know how I asked you to print out your monthly strategy form, this one? I sent it through to you. So if you did print that out, awesome. If you couldn't get a printer or anything, that's okay. You can track one down and get that printed out. But print it out. If you want to laminate it and write on it with a whiteboard marker, so you don't have to print it out every single month, or if you want to print it every month, whatever you want to do. But I really encourage you guys to fill that out and send it to me and organise a 10-minute phone call that we can go over it. Please do that. Reach out to me so that I can help you, and put an asterisk somewhere with your RVP date, the date that you want your car. Cass was saying to me today, you know, goals without a deadline are just wishes. And it's very, very different scenario that you're dealing with then, opposed to having a plan and having a date and being serious about something and making it happen. And she's so true. She's so right, sorry. So put your RVP date on there, fill this out and send it to me with your RVP date. And my goal and my job is to make sure that that happens for you. So I want to be the leader that helps you, that you can come to and gives you clarity and shows you where you need to go. Cass said to me today, she feels like she's in a helicopter above us who are going through the forest with a compass, and she's just correcting us from the helicopter when we're turning the wrong way and going the wrong way. It's like, oh, I love that. That's so cool. But anywho, getting off topic as I do, that's how I feel with you guys though. And I really am so passionate to help you get to where you want to be in this business and what you want to get out of this business. So really, I can't encourage you enough to reach up to me and ask me for that, so that I can do that for you and know exactly where you are and know exactly where you want to be, and we can make that happen for you. A call to action that I had with Cass was business appointments. So if you guys want to be involved in that and you just want to have a call to action with me that I can help you with, and I'll talk to you on the phone if you want to book a phone call conversation in with me, I'll do the exact same routine, I suppose you could call it, that I did with Cass, to find out where you are, where you want to be, and what we need to set in place, and the accountabilities and things that we need to set in place that I can help you get to that goal. So basically, I set with Cass that in the next 2 days, I'm going to have 2 business appointments booked in. And every time I ask someone, I'm going to send it to Cass, tell Cass that I've asked someone. So I've already asked a couple of people and just messaged to Cass, I just asked such and such. Yeah. She's like, oh, you go, girl. I was like, okay, now I'm going to ask another one. And it's making it exciting again. And I'm excited to get that done. So if you want to do that with me, reach out to me, because I would love to do that with everyone. It is kind of cool, and it's already given me a bit more passion and excitement into my business again. So by Saturday, she's going to call me Saturday morning. I got 10 minutes booked in with her to see how I went with my business appointments, if I got them, and if I didn't, where I might have gone wrong, and she's going to help me see where I might have gone wrong to go for it, to do it again, to get it happening, to get me closer to my goal and not feel alone on that. So reach out to me and let me help you do that. I'm really excited to do that. So give us a call, send me your strategies and give me a call tomorrow, and let's make that happen for you as well. And Lydia, beautiful Lydia, she's not in your top left-hand corner, but our gorgeous area manager from Townsville is going to share with us a tip tonight that she wanted to share. So can I hand it over to you, please, Lovey?
Hi everyone, how you going?
Good, thanks.
It's good to see all of your faces. I can't see any of my girls though. I'm very sad. Listen, it has been a massive fortnight for me with a total mind shift, and I was very sad to realise that I don't actually know everything. So I thought for a very long time that I know everything, and Jenny has proved me wrong again and again. So I finally decided to be coachable. This came about from my work and my staff there being really, really, really quite difficult. And it's very hard to know how you want them to go when they're that resistant and not willing to follow you. And look, I have heard it for 2 years now about how I'm meant to be doing this and doing that. And I say, yes, yes, and then don't do it. Same as like I'm thinking tonight when Denny said flaunt your failures. I've got so many, you know, like when we're told, go and read this book. Are you actually doing it? I write them down. I've always written them down, but I've never actually sourced them out and found it. And it's only now occurring to me how awful I've been in resisting to be coached by Denny. No, Denny's saying no, but look, it is. It's about accepting what you haven't done properly. And now that I have been listening, and now that I am following somebody who has already been successful, I have seen success already. This month, I think they've doubled already the QV in my team from last month, just from that mind shift of my own. So again, Denny loves hearing it, but she was right. And it's about, you know, listening to those who know better. Stop laughing, Denny.
It's funny. Oh, you don't give yourself enough credit though, because you're not terrible by any means. Lydia runs a school. She's a very, very busy lady. She's a phenomenal principal, and she fits Arbonne in around that. So don't cut yourself short on that, honey. But that's awesome. It is such a great tip to be coachable, and I know even for myself, I've really reached out to Stacey, Kelly, and Cass again, like I did when I was a brand new consultant. And they're like, yes, you need to reach out to me whenever you want. And since I've been reaching out to them, I feel so much better in my business. They've helped me with my clarity and things I thought I already knew that I didn't, and they've re-guided me again. So yeah, that's awesome, Lyd. And your stats and that are looking awesome already, just from that mind shift of to be coachable and to do the little things. And it's not hard to read a couple pages a day, or to, implement a good habit, to say no to the Facebook news scroll and ring that PC instead. It takes 10 minutes. It's the little things that seriously will change the face of your business. So who's going to call me tomorrow? Write in the chat box, or schedule a call with me and send me the strategy forms. I'm excited for that. Is it called a strategy form? But yeah, all right. Well, yeah, your monthly strategy form. Awesome. I cannot wait. I'm so looking forward to hearing from you all and getting it all happening, because it's going to be a super exciting March, an even more exciting 2016. And I'm so excited to see what AAC this year on the Gold Coast, what it's going to look like. Really start to think now what you're building, who you're going to bring to AAC this year, what example you're going to lead for them by what you're going to be there, like what you're going to be, what's going to be around your neck, what status, and, how are you going to inspire them? Because I can tell you now from the bottom of my heart, the moment I saw Kelly Budnick on stage, inspired my pants off me. I was so inspired. It was insane, and it flicked in me. So if you bring people to AAC and, you lead by example there, you will come home and go nation without even realizing it, from the inspiration that you've given to your team, if that makes sense. So anyway, I will love yous and leave yous, because I'll keep rambling. But thank you so much for plugging in. It's so awesome to see your faces on there. Does anyone have any questions before I close it up tonight? They want to type in the box anything they want me to touch on, or nah, these are all good. Too easy. All right, well, have a great night, guys. Awesome to see you as always, and I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Catcha. Bye. Sorry, I'm just writing down the names of everyone who's written in the chat box so that I don't miss anybody. All right, done. How are you lovely ladies going? I've just unmuted you all.
Hi.
So if you fart, I can hear you. Oh. Oh, how are you going, Ames? Have you jumped on and caught the end, honey?
Yeah, I know. I couldn't get out of touch tonight. It was our last game, so.
How'd you go?
Yeah, 11-8. We didn't win, but
what
probably
were
the best we've played all season. 11-8.
What were you playing?
Oh, touch footy.
Oh, I thought for some reason I just assumed it was netball. When you said 11-8, I'm like, no, that's not a netball score.
No.
Unless they're really bad shooters.
How are you feeling? You're looking really vibrant and stuff.
Oh, thanks. That's nice to hear. Brock's had the best sleep he's ever had last night, so that was really, really awesome. He slept from 10:30 to 4:30.
Holy, that must feel so good.
Oh, I woke up at 4:30 before him, and I actually quickly jumped up and put my hand on his belly to see if he was still breathing. So I was like, oh my gosh, he hasn't slept longer than like 2 or 3 hours since he was born. And then just last night goes and does 5. So I was feeling pretty good this morning.
That's
really
good. Oh, good.
But yeah, I went and had lunch with Cass today, which was so good. She's so awesome, Cass, at telling you what you need to hear over what you want to hear, but in a loving way. You know, yeah, which is something that I'm not very good at. I can't stand confrontation or telling someone something that they might not want to hear. I just don't do that.
I mean, I think you need it. Like, you need constructive criticism. I like it when you tell me stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like when you told me, I like that. It's like, oh, you need that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a bad leader to not. You know, like at the end of the day, my job is to help you guys get to your goals and what you want to achieve in this business. So, yeah, definitely, because that's what Cass said to me today. She's like, I can sit here and tell you this, and this, but do you want me to get to your do you want to get to your goal and me to tell you what you need to hear to get to your goal? And I'm like, yes, tell me that. It makes so much sense. Oh, yeah. But no, that's awesome.
I'm catching up with your sister on Friday night. We're going to do some hardcore training together. We're going to get dinner and then go either, I think, to her place or here.
Yeah.
And just get some training in together. And maybe we could, if I don't know what your schedule's like Friday, but maybe we could do a 3-way chat with you then or something if that's suited.
Definitely. Jump on Zoom.
Yeah.
And have a chat.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I reckon. That sounds awesome. I'm up for that for sure.
All right.
Some strategies, but yeah, well, we'll do that. Are you working tomorrow? Yes, you are working tomorrow. What shifts do you work again?
6 a.m. I can probably do it after, what's tomorrow, Thursday? After 3 sometime, like maybe 4.
Okay.
Would that, or sometime around then? Or do you want to do it just with Cass and I on Friday instead? Would that be easier for you?
Yeah, we might just tie it in and do it all together.
Yeah, all right.
Create an accountability circle.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Because I haven't listened to the start of this training, so I'll have to listen to the recording once you post it, and then we'll be up to date. And yeah, we'll do it Friday. That'll give you a time for the other girls tomorrow.
Oh,